So the HHS mandate is getting a lot of play these days, and it should, because it is a direct frontal assault on religious liberty. And not just for Catholics, for everybody. What I find really interesting, though, is that as a result of all of this, contraception is being discussed by a lot of people who never thought they'd be talking about it. Before I became Catholic, contraception wasn't even on my radar. It was never talked about. It was just a given. I had no idea that people like Martin Luther, John Calvin, John Wesley, all taught that this was a moral evil. I had no idea of that. What I find really interesting as I travel the country is that there are still a lot of Catholics who are scratching their heads going, why does the church teach this? Everyone else allows it. Why is the Catholic Church the only church left that's holding the line on this teaching? So here it is in a nutshell. God is a family. Blessed John Paul II said that God in his deepest mystery is not a solitude, but a family, because he has within himself fatherhood, sonship, and the essence of the family, which is love. Now, we don't totally understand the Trinity, obviously. We're finite and God is infinite. But we do know some things. We know how they relate to one another. The Father gives of himself completely to the Son. The Son gives of himself completely back to his Father. And from this mutual self-donation, this love communion between them, comes a third person, the Holy Spirit. So the Church says our human families are supposed to image the divine family, because that's the family that we were made to be a part of. That's the sacrificial family we were made for. So we're supposed to live the same way they do. Husband should give of himself totally to his wife. His wife should give of herself completely back to her husband. And this mutual self-donation, from this love communion between them, comes a what? A third person, a baby. So that's what it's all about. We're supposed to image the divine family. And anything that cuts off our ability to do that, i.e. contraception, is wrong. We're no longer living like God if we're contracepting. And that's what it's all about.